All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back, and we're in the car. So, you guys been wondering where have I been for the past few months? Just a little short story. Back in February, I actually got into a accident, and it was involving with my motorcycle, my Aprilia. I've been trying to make this video and letting people know, but in the end, I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little, my ego was a little hurt. My pride was a little hurt, and I felt embarrassed about if I told people what really happened. So back in February was a nice day, and actually it was actually a very nice day. It was like high 40s, something like, I could take out the bike, put heated gear on, you'll be okay. But I actually stayed out longer than I should have, and when it started to drop really low in temperature, and I really didn't think anything of it. So, when I was leaving to go home, I basically hit some ice, and I tipped over the bike. I wasn't going too fast. I was going about 20 miles an hour, and I broke my collarbone. So what happened was I was basically pulling away from the light, and luckily there was a car in front of me, so I wasn't going too fast, and I basically saw the ice too late, and next thing you know, I'm on the ground. So I didn't have my GoPro on me, or I wasn't vlogging at the time. I was actually just coming from a meeting, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I panicked. When I saw the ice, kind of saw the slush, I panicked, I grabbed the front brake, and you know what happens after that. Didn't matter with traction control, doesn't matter with anything. If you panic, and the Aprilia brakes are pretty good, and they do have a lot of stopping power. I should have used the rear brake more, or never touched the front brake, but it is what it is. And so I had to go for surgery for my right collarbone, and it had to put some plates and screws in it, and kind of sucked. I was looking forward to the riding season, but in the end, I feel like it was a blessing. Like, I don't want to say it was a full-on blessing. It sucked that I had to go through all this. I had to go with disability on work and all that, but it was kind of a blessing on two fronts. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. Before the accident, I wasn't really the healthiest person ever. I'm only 5'7", I weighed almost close to 260. And that's kind of embarrassing. I'm 41 years old, and that doesn't sit right, and I won't be here for long if I keep it up. At that height, it's kind of disgusting and kind of embarrassing, honestly. And if the accident didn't happen, maybe I wasn't enlightened. But the real truth is, when I did have the accident, and they did tell me I have to have surgery on the collarbone because it was in two pieces. The doctor or the orthopedic that I used to work for him, is very good at what he does, and he was just straight up and honest with me. If I don't control, I had high blood pressure, I was overweight, my cholesterol was just close borderline, but it was really bad. I never really took care of myself, and it's kind of scary. When you break your collarbone, yes, you could fix it, but yes, if it's not in two pieces, you could let it heal on its own, which was kind of, for me, it was kind of borderline. So I could have done it. I could have elected not to do it, but I had to get basically all my ducks in a row. Controlling my blood pressure, losing a little bit of weight, making sure my blood works okay, and really thinking about. Like I said, I do work in the medical field, and sometimes we're the worst patients. Well, I don't really take care of myself. I can't speak on other people, but it was very, very enlightening that, in the end, you really had to take care of yourself. And, was it a blessing that this happened? Maybe. But in the end, it sucked that it happened, but I really had to really evaluate, what am I effing doing in my life, And, I through this whole journey after the surgery, I've been trying to basically eat right, eat less, and I am down a couple pounds. I weighed myself the other day. I'm about 245, and that's far from what my goal is. My goal is probably more like 200 or under 200, and it's hard. It's like you stare in the mirror every day, especially when you're not working. You want the results now. You want to see the results, and it's kind of a delayed satisfaction you have to have a mindset of. And going through all this, I realized, some of my friends, they all said the same thing. And I really appreciate each and every one of them reaching out to see what happened. Was, the collarbone is really nothing compared to if you don't take care of yourself. You can have a heart attack, you could have a stroke, you could have all these things. And I have to be there for my family. That was the number one priority. Yeah, I ride a motorcycle. Yes, I understand all the risks. But, to enjoy all these things I have in life, you're not going to be any use if you have a heart attack. You're not going to be use if you have a stroke. So, I really have to take care of myself again, and I really have to try and do it for my family, do it for myself. I really start to think, my daughter's young. I want to be there, and I don't want not to be there. I really want to be there for her, and it's kind of awakening. It took a freaking motorcycle accident to make me realize these things, and it's a process. I know it is. It's going to take time. I have to really, what I struggle with is I used to just eat whatever I wanted, not care. I really have to start bearing down and saying, all right, is this healthy or is that healthy? And it's just learning. Most of my life I've been really terrible at what I eat, what I do. And the last time I probably worked out was probably back when I was in college. And that's maybe 15, 20 years ago. And the other thing that what made me really think is this YouTube channel. I do enjoy motorcycling, and I do enjoy making videos for everybody. I really do enjoy all those things, and I really love the aspect that I get to drive, I get to ride in these beautiful places and these beautiful areas. And motorcycling, I've met a lot of people through motorcycling. I met so many great people, and I start to analyze all my videos, all my statistics, all my analytics, as you say. And honestly, I looked at the videos that were hard for me to make, and the videos that I had fun making, and the videos that did well, the videos that didn't do well. What I came to the conclusion is I really want to get back to why I started this YouTube channel. And the reason really I started YouTube channels, obviously because of motorcycles, but more of like bringing you guys on rides, bringing you guys to see great places. I mean, I've been to Tennessee, Tail of the Dragon twice. I've been to, Back of the Dragon. I've been to part of Virginia. I've been to Maryland. I've been to Delaware, and I've been to, where else? I've been to New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, all these beautiful places, and I love bringing you guys with me to show you, like out on twos, even if it's in a car. There's so many beautiful areas in this great United States. And I know on the flip side of YouTube, you want to sustain it and you want to make videos so you can make a little bit of money. All of this, most of this, even with YouTube paying me and some, affiliate links, 80% of what I do is coming out of my own pocket. I would like to get it to be sustainable, so it's not coming out of my pocket. And I realized that sometimes I felt like, especially looking at videos, I was basically trying to get people to do sponsored videos. I was just buying products so I could be an affiliate link of something. And I felt like I wasn't enjoying it. I was just doing that for some money to sustain this YouTube channel, which, at the end of the day, you got to make something. It can't purely come out of my pocket, especially I'm not a rich person. I don't have all the money in the world. Do I feel like I'm good with money? Yes. Do I feel like I budget everything? Yes. But in the end, I want this YouTube to sustain itself. So I said to myself, I gotta find sponsors, I gotta find this, I gotta find that, anywhere money I could make. And I felt like, especially the videos I made, those were the tougher ones to make because I really didn't want to do like install videos. I really didn't want to do, product reviews. And don't get me wrong, all the people that I'm affiliated with, like Indie Ridge, Beyond Riders, Motorcycle Depot, yes, they're selling a product and I do get a bit of a discount. They buy them and all that, and I have to review it. But in the end, I just wanted to be more organic than just sitting in front of a camera and showing you the BS that I get. I feel like it's almost like a flaunt, which I know it isn't. I don't mean it to be that way, but sometimes when I watch the videos, I feel like it is. And I just wanted to get back to obviously showing you like beautiful areas, but also one thing I really love to do is always bring my nice camera. And the photography was one of my first loves too, back in high school, throughout everything. High school, college, I always had a camera on me. I always liked taking pictures, I always liked doing all that fun stuff. But I wanted to incorporate that more. Is it landscapes? Is it people? Is it bikes? Yeah, I take photos of everything. And I basically have a lot of photos of all the places I've gone. And like I said, I try to share it with you guys. And I really feel like I really want to get back to that for you guys. Do those videos do well? Sometimes, depends on what area it is. Do those videos flop? Yeah, they do. But in the end, I know, and I have to be honest with myself, honestly, mostly the analytics that I have, a lot of people like watching install videos. A lot of people like watching how to do videos, and I get it. YouTube is a tool, but maybe I'll do that once in a while, but the core of what I like to do is just getting out, meeting people, getting out, going to these places, getting out and just, enjoying rides. Rides with my friends, rides with the club, it doesn't matter. If I'm out on my own, I really love bringing that to you guys. And I know some people may not like it. I've been on a break and I've been really thinking about everything. And, and I feel like I want to get back to that. I want to get back to just enjoying the ride, enjoying being with people, enjoying being with friends, riding, enjoying bringing you to even just I'm 15 minutes away from, the New York City skyline on the Jersey side. So it's like beautiful areas like that along the Hudson, simple stuff like that. And I know it's hard, and, sometimes, it's repetitive of what I do, where I go, but, I'm trying to plan trips. I'm trying to do all these things. Obviously now, we're being off of work for a while. That's gonna have to wait, but like I said, I will try my best to bring you the content that I feel like you guys deserve. So that's where I've been for the past few months. I am cleared to go back to work soon, so I'll be going to work, still trying to figure out all my free time what to do with this channel. But like I said, we're gonna plan maybe go to some meets, go here, go there. But in the end, we're gonna have a lot of fun. I hope you guys stick around. And also, if you don't mind, just click subscribe, click all notification, and every time I upload something, the good old YouTube will let you know. So I'll talk to you guys later. I am actually meeting up with my buddy Jose here because, surprise, surprise, in New Jersey, we get a lot of bent rims around here because New Jersey roads stink. We're one of the richest states in the United States, and we can't still fix our roads.